Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Therapeutic Value. My name is Justin Spillis. My first video that I did a couple months ago was about an area in Philadelphia called Kensington. It's a neighborhood that has just completely fallen under a zombie apocalypse. Um, they've allowed open air drug use for so long. The streets and sidewalks are filled with people. People are just doing drugs on the sidewalk and walking around like zombies. It's out of control. So this is a follow up on that. So first, I want to give you a recap. I want to show you a little video of what it looks like walking down the streets in Kensington. All right, yeah, I know that's probably kind of tough to see. In the video, you can actually see people openly using drugs on the street. Um, yeah, so again, I'm gonna have my girlfriend Lisa. She is joining us for another episode. Um, what do you think about their policies in Philadelphia?
When we first talked about this, I was like all about the clean needles and providing people with clean needles, and then constantly talking to the people about when you're ready to get help, you know, come here, we can help you. Here's some clean needles, come here when we can help you when you're ready. I didn't realize that they had like safe havens for them to use openly in public. Like that bothers me. Like clean needles, uh, I respect that. That I respect. I'm okay with clean needles. I am not okay with giving them a safe place to use. Now you're on your own. You go do what you got to do, where you got to do it. Figure it out on your own. But I guess it's hand in hand, right? Like if I'm giving you a clean needle, why am I not giving you a safe place? If you're gonna do it out in public, you might as well use whatever the fuck you have.
So I get that. A lot of people who there's a lot of people on that side of the argument that feel like, oh yeah, give them needles and cottons and give them all these things so that they're not spreading diseases. And here's how that works. So people go and get these clean needles and all this paraphernalia, and then they'll use it. And they're not just, it's supposed to be a one time use needle. A real addict will keep a dirty needle. They'll use it and use it and use it and use it before they switch to their next clean one. They will share that needle they've used before they go to their next clean one. It's I
It's like
wish it wasn't like that,
a
but it
hoarding
is like
situation.
that.
Is
Hmm?
it like they're hoarding these needles because they're scared
Yes,
they're gonna break them or lose
you're
them?
afraid that you're not going to be able to get to the syringe exchange before they close or something like that. It's also a ritual thing. It's a ritualistic mindset. So how it was explained to me when I was in rehab is using drugs has become your religion. Whenever you have been like actively shooting up for so long, it starts to become a ritual. You will have your whole little setup, your kit. You can't do your drugs unless you have all the things in place. You have to. It's a ritual. It is like, I mean, I don't know how else to explain it, but it's a religion to addicts. So,
I mean, I get it. I get that. I get that because I smoked cigarettes at one point, and it was like every time I got in the car, leaving, going, it could have been a 5 minute drive, and it was I got well, as I was going there, I was smoking a cigarette. As I was going back, I was smoking a cigarette. So I get that, but I get the whole ritual thing. I get the whole habit thing. I get that. I understand that. I don't know. Well, so again, if it's hand in hand, you're gonna give them free clean needles and a place to use. I'm not for it. I do like the idea of constantly planting that seed of we're here to help you. We're here to help you. Like I said in I think 2 episodes ago, possibly whenever the first episode I was speaking. The first episode I was speaking here. Um, I said I said to one of my family members, "Do not call me till you're ready for help." And I had said that multiple times when I saw them. But the last time I called them, they called me. I said, "Don't call me again unless you want help." Uh, and they finally got clean. I was one of the only people that they were okay with in the hospital with them at the time. Um, but so I just think that that part of it is being able to say something to them because one day you hope that somebody's going to wake up and be so tired that they're going to walk to that place and instead of get needles, they're going to ask for help. That is the only positive, but like it's probably 1 in 1,000 people, right? Because
yeah, because
when
if
you
they're
make it
feeding
that
them,
easy,
yeah, if it's that easy to get everything, and then so another way it works, whenever they have these facilities that will give you free needles and all that, you're also running into people who are
right,
doing the same thing as you. So now you
right,
have an endless supply
of
of
people,
people. There's drug dealers that hang out outside of these places because what happens when you come out with a free needle? You might need some drugs. So guess who's going to be there? The dealers are going to be there. So I am completely against harm reduction. Completely 100% against harm reduction. Um, it's it's rough. And so the reason behind this episode, the mayor of Philadelphia is calling in the National Guard, not to stop a like a terrorist attack, but to clean up the streets of Kensington. What are they going to do? How is the National Guard going to help this situation? Are they going to have a gunfight? Are they going to put them in Gitmo? Like what's their plan?
right? I don't know. Like, I don't know. What do you do? What do you do now? You put them all in rehab,
You can't.
right?
There's not
Now
that
it's
many
forced
open
rehab,
beds. Yeah, and so you can't lock them up. You can't put them in rehab. You can't throw them in jail. You can't just build houses and put these drug addicts together. Are they gonna move them to Delaware? Like where are they gonna put these people? So um, out in California, Gavin Newsom, whenever the dictator Xi Jinping came to visit, they cleaned up San Francisco in 3 days. And San Francisco was worse than Kensington. San Francisco was a third world country. They cleaned it up in a few days, but they moved everyone to another spot. They just took them somewhere else. You can't do that with people. These are human beings.
right? They're not livestock.
Yeah.
Like when you move
And
cows from one pasture to another. That's
yeah,
not how this works.
that's not what's going to happen. Um I am at a loss. I have no idea what to even think about the National Guard coming in to deal with drug addicts. Like they're they're not gonna be very violent. I can assure you that heroin, you are the least violent person ever. They're gonna be acting like livestock. Like it's like herding cattle, herding a bunch of heroin addicts because everyone's gonna be walking like this. And, like it is a zombie apocalypse. It is a zombie apocalypse, and I want to know what they're gonna do. And I'm
This is one of those things like one of those laws that they passed or whatever programs that they created that you can't just get rid of it. You can't just I mean you can say, "Hey, we're no longer providing clean needles and we're no longer going to allow open drug use, you're going to have to figure it out. Um, and if you are caught using on the streets, you are going to go to jail. And that's it. Like now it's going to be illegal. But that needs to be rolled out. You can't just say you all have to go. You have to find somewhere else that you can openly use. Like
But
again,
then, like I said, where are
people
they
are
gonna
going
go?
to,
Delaware?
right,
Like,
and if you're comfortable or know an area, you're gonna go back, right? I
yeah,
dropped my family member off down the street and they ended up back in North.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
one way or another, they made their way back there, and it's about a 30 to 45-minute drive. So imagine they didn't have a vehicle, they didn't even have a phone. So like,
Yeah.
it's not like they could just call somebody. I mean, you could ask to borrow somebody's phone, but
It's just these people, the addicts don't care about themselves enough to try to get clean right now. The the government, the mayor, all the way down in Philadelphia, they don't care about the addicts enough to really want to help them. That's why they're allowing them to do the things they're doing. They just don't want to deal with it. So now that it's gotten so bad, it's gotten so bad. I just want to know what they're gonna do with these people because they can't
I want to know
they
what
can't
everybody
keep living
feels.
like this.
I want to know other people's opinions.
Yeah. So again, um, I would really, really love to hear what you guys have to say about this. If you know your ideas, or if you know something that I don't know, please drop it in the comment box. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thank you again for joining Justin and Lisa for Therapeutic Value. Have a great day.
Bye.